Hi again, and welcome to the Gimfo YouTube channel and to our May update. I'm going to cover off just a few things today, very quickly, talking a little bit about AI anxiety, how information managers are AI enablers, also, news and AI. We've done a lot of work in that space, so a quick catch up on that. And then looking at a couple of new or expanding vendor categories that you might be looking at, and a quick update on the May community session. Before I get started, please do click subscribe below. We really appreciate your support. And if you do have any comments about today's clip, or you want to chime in on anything that I mention, or alternatively you like to suggest things that Gimfo should be covering, please do use the comments section below, or pop over to gimfo.com and click the contact us button, and we'd be very pleased to hear from you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about AI anxiety. And let me tell you, if you've got AI anxiety, you are not alone. It is not unusual. This is technology that's moving really quickly, but there are still significant risks associated with it. And frankly, there's lots to be done here in order to make this technology more robust, and an important role for information managers to do that. And there's a great window here for you to step in and use your skills and judgment and discretion to help organize and contribute to your company's or your organization's AI strategy. I've written a blog post over at gimfo.com, why AI should enhance and not replace your research team. And I think that's the key message here, is that AI is an enabler, and it augments your team and enables you to do more with less. Now, on the issue of AI enabling, again, the information team bring great skills, I think, to the organization in terms of getting the best out of AI, not just amongst the team themselves, but actually across the wider workforce. And I would advocate that there's a lot to be learned here around prompting skills, critical evaluation, source and domain knowledge, data integrity, ethics, and bias. And these are all things that information managers can actually chime in on. So again, we've written a piece. I urge you to go and read this, because it's really important. Information managers cannot at this point sit this one out. It is not going to go away, and you are not going to be untouched by this technological wave that's coming or has already arrived. So read my blog, Bridging the AI Gap, Why Education Can't Be an Afterthought, and then catch up actually with the report Gimfo research into end user training strategies, which was a survey done of clients and others of what their end users training strategies are, what the current trends they're seeing, and their future priorities going into 2025 and 26. Just to close out on AI, we've been doing a massive amount of work on news and AI, primarily because that's, a couple of vendors have come to the table with new products. Also, things like ChatGPT and Perplexity are now touting their capabilities to do research and searching of the news. And also, we had a lot from information managers saying they're now getting challenged by their stakeholders to say, well, with all of these great free tools out there, why should I be paying for news anymore? Where do we get the value from? So again, two pieces of work out there. They're very closely related, and a little bit of an overlap between them. One by my colleague, Anya Turgeson, talking about how should information managers respond to the call to use free AI tools for news, and a report that was written by myself, which is how information managers are then, and vendors actually are adapting to the convergence of news and AI. I really do urge them, if you're using a lot of news tools right now and getting challenged on this issue, go and check those out. So moving on from AI, just a couple of other items. We've seen really massive growth actually in a couple of specific vendor categories. One has been around for some time, that being expert networks. And we've done an article, Why Information Managers Should Manage Expert Network Vendors. More of an emerging category of vendors are data marketplaces. Now, probably the loads of players actually in data marketplaces, and more emerging all of the time. And this is a much more, it's a really interesting way, and perhaps a much more cost-effective way to go about buying data just in time. So rather than subscribing and getting all this data that you might need just in case, this way you can divide it all up and just buy the data you need as and when you need it. So again, check out my article, Why Information Management Skills Are Critical for Managing Data Marketplaces. And finally, coming up to our May community session, we are going to sit down with former global head of sales from one of the large vendors. Actually, it's Moody's, BVD. to have a vendor negotiation clinic. Now, we know vendor negotiations are not getting any easier. Products are becoming more expensive. And frankly, I can't promise that we're going to enable you to get price reductions on your contracting. But I think what you might be able to get from this conversation is greater value from your vendors and the negotiations that you're entering into with them. So go over to gymfo.com. You can sign up for this session. It's scheduled for 22nd of May, and it will be a great opportunity to get some insights from the other side of the negotiating table, from a former kind of senior leader within the industry on the supplier side, about how to build more collaborative relationships, how to drive value out of those relationships, and achieve better outcomes, not just for yourself, but also for your vendor partners. That's pretty much it for this month. Thank you very much indeed. If you'd like to know more about the Gymfo product and Gymfo subscription, you can go over to gymfo.com to check out the benefits. And if you'd like a conversation either about the stuff you've heard on the update today, we'd like to discuss possibly the potential value of Gymfo subscription to you, please do get in touch via the contact us button at gymfo.com. We would love to hear from you, or you can post some comments here, and we've scheduled some time to sit down with you to have a chat about it. So all that remains for me to do is to say thank you very much again. Don't forget to click like, share and subscribe. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time.